I just realized I was muted. I was muted. Okay. That means the stream's going to be starting from here. People who are watching this post. We are playing Root today. It is a fun board game. There's a physical version, which is what I first learned of from my friends group. They play it. We're going to be playing Root. We're going to be playing this on the game. We're going to do a solo game. Hopefully we have time. In about 2 hours, I have to go and take my wife to work. But we should have time. I can't tell you what every faction does, because this is an asymmetrical board game where every faction plays very differently. And so that's part of the appeal. And so it's kind of hard for me to just explain everything. Woodland Alliance is all about revolting. That's a thing. Vagabond plays super differently. It's the only one that has one piece on the board. Lizard Cult is very different. Riverfolk is really cool. I hope we'll actually play with the Riverfolk. We're going to play with Eerie Dynasty. They're one of the hardest, but I love playing them. They're like the one faction that feels like they can get punished. They get punished for playing, which kind of sucks, but hey, it's fine. We'll do the Woodland Alliance because they're unique and fun to deal with. They're also annoying. We have Marquis the Cat, Vagabond. I want the Riverfolk. I've played with it a few times with my friends, and it's really fun because they're a faction all about basically selling to you. So you buy from them. It's great. It's a good time. And so we can get benefits from them. Lizard Cult's not really technically good, but I like it. We might just do the cats. They're pretty basic, but normally, okay, so the first faction was like, or the first expansion was like this. This is all the people. And then they came out with Lizard Cult and Riverfolk. We might do Lizard Cult. We might do it. We can do Lizard Cult. Maybe. What is X? Oh. X explains? This faction combination may be low on interaction. Play at your own risk. Oh. Huh. That notification. Okay. Really weirded me out. Okay. I mean, sure. I'll note it. All right. We'll do Marquis Cat, Woodland Alliance, and this. Actually, we do have other versions, right? Yes. Because I did my expansion. This is unique to the game online, but they have these, like, mechanic versions. Does it just make them stronger? It does. Gives them different abilities. Oh, this is terrifying. Yeah, we'll not touch this. I'm too much of a baby. We'll do it like this. Why not? Let's jump into a game. I hope we can do well with the Eerie Dynasty. I have never won with the Eerie Dynasty. I've gotten bodied a bunch. I would love to win. All right, let's move my camera a tiny bit. So, yeah, a unique thing is that the cats go first, and they're already on the board, and they are on every tile, so they're just spread out. Okay, a unique thing about the Eerie Dynasty is we actually have a commander, and the whole thing is that we are slowly adding to our board and what we have to do. I'll explain more as we go, but basically we can then go into, if we fail to meet certain requirements, we'll actually go into turmoil, which means we'll lose some points, which we're the only faction that can lose points, which is ridiculous. We get basically stunned for a turn, which sucks, and then we pick a new leader. So our leader kind of dictates what we do at the very beginning. So we did builder. We have a little ability that says ignore your disdain, trade when you craft, and it means we move and recruit. All you got to know at the beginning is pick charismatic leader. It's usually the best one to start off with. So charismatic, battle, and recruit. You place 2 warriors, not 1, each time you recruit. Pretty good. And it has battle, recruit. So those are the 2 cards we start with. Things to notice. Oh my goodness. There's a lot to explain here. Gosh darn it. When we get to my turn, I'll explain more. Mobilize. My turn. Okay, cool. We're in the game. Right at the beginning of the turn, you get to actually, you start off before going into your turn. You actually get to pick if you want to, what's it called? Buy from the riverfolk. So they have 3 options. They have, you can either give up 3 of your dudes in your supply for a card, 1 for going across river, which is a unique kind of like pathing on the board, and then 3 is mercenaries. You get to use them to attack, which is not really important. Basically, we want to decline right now. So much I gotta explain. Okay. Right off the bat. I don't know why it's not working. Why is it working? Okay. It was working just a second ago. Let me... having struggles. I'm having technical difficulties. Oh, okay. Is it working now? It's not working now. Why? Oh, some of it's working. Some of it's working. Not all of it. Okay. We can do it like this. We'll do it like this right now. Just so I can fix things. Okay. Let me explain some things about how this game works. It works like Risk. You ever played Risk? It's very similar to that. Don't want to explain more. Basically, battles, you roll 2 dices. You can either get a 0, a 1, 2, or 3. And so does the other person. If you're attacking, you take the higher roll. And that's kind of like combat. Now, a big part of this game is you'll see are these. So like mouse clearing, fox clearing. In order to do a lot of things based on these cards, you have to use the right suit. It has to match the clearing. So right here, this protection racket has a fox. So depending on a lot of circumstances, you're going to have to use it when you're in a fox clearing. That's how it usually works. Of course, different abilities does different things. So that's a big element is there's these clearings here. That's very important. There's 3 different types. There's a mouse, there's a bunny, and there's a fox. Those are the only 3. If there's the only other card type is it looks like this symbol and it's called a bird. We call it wild a lot of times because that's what it is. It's just a wild card. And it works anywhere. Cool. A thing to notice here, you see the 2 bunny symbols there? That's the cost. So there's the suit of the card, and then there's the cost. So for actually using this card and creating it, so like if we crafted this card is what it's called. So paying 2 bunnies, we would get a little money, which is an item, and we would get 1 point. That's how it worked. So we would have to, and in order to craft, it depends on different things for different units. So like for us, the Eerie, we would have to have roosts. We would have to have 2 roosts at 2 bunnies in order to craft that. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. Let's see if I can switch over and I'll have it work so I can actually use my controller. Please. Please, game. Please. Okay, maybe it's working. Okay. So that's something. You're back. Glad to have you back. I am attempting to explain this game. There's a lot to explain. Now, specific for the Yuri, how it works is right now, every single turn, at the beginning of our turn, we have to place down a card into our decree. And our decree is something we have to follow. We have to do every single time. So if we go here, this is a good way to learn. This is basically how the order goes. So when you start your turn, it goes bird song. So first, second, third, and then to daylight. And so there's these three kind of like main events, phases. So the first one, bird song, for us is if your hand is empty, draw a card. Then second, add 1 or 2 cards to the decree. Only 1 card, add maybe a wild card. Cool. So we have to do that every turn. Then third, if you have no roost, place a roost and 3 warriors in the clearing with fused warriors. The first one and the third one or bird song don't happen much. But next we will go into daylight where we can craft if we can. Don't have to. Second, resolve the decree from left to right, taking one action per card and a matching clearing. This is important. So the unique thing is whatever we put in our decree, we have to do our decree. If we can't, that's where we fall into turmoil, which is bad. And then at our evening, we get to score points equal to how many roosts we have. So we want to place down a lot of roosts. That's how we actually gain points. That's what our goal is. And then second is draw a card at the end. Okay. So right down here, our roosts, for how many we place down, we get points. So right now we have 1. For 1 roost, we get 0 points at the end of turn. The next one is if we have 2 roosts down, we'll get 1 point per turn at the end of each turn. And then so far along that board there. We can see our decree here. Cool. So what it does. This is recruiting, so actually getting units down on the board. This is moving, so we will have to actually move spots. Battling with each person. We don't have to win the battle, we just have to battle. And then building, that's like actually placing down a roost. In order to put down a roost or bases for a lot of units, you have to rule the clearing. And you rule the clearing by having the most units in an area. Most units, including tokens, bases, other objects, so not just your little warrior tokens. Important. Our leader, we can see right above, it says Lord of the Forest, you rule any clearing where you are tied in presence. A lot of times, normally, if there's a tie of who would rule, whoever has the most pieces, it just, nobody rules it. But for us, we do. And then our other ability is Disdain for Trade. When you're crafting items, you score only 1 victory point. That's important because, like, looking down at one of these cards, like this one, it said 1 victory point. It might actually say 3 for someone else, but for us, it's only 1. Okay, a lot of things. Another thing to note is, and this is important for us because this will impact us, is so items like right here it says 14. That's how many recruits or warriors we have in our supply. So there's no proxy. So you have a limited amount of supplies. Once you run out, you run out. So same with like roosts. I forgot how many is that. There's 7 roosts there. You can't put down more than 7. That's just the max. So stuff like this is important because if we run out of our supply of warriors down there and we still have to recruit a warrior, we go into turmoil because of that. Got it? Got it. I was looking for where there would be a actual thing. Like, where is our turmoil? I guess it doesn't matter. But yeah, this is important because if we go over here, we can see how the river folk works. As you can tell, it looks very different already. That's because it is. Same with Marquise the cat. Very different. Very different. So, again, not going to explain everything. I might explain a little bit here and there to help you guys understand. I don't even fully understand all of them, but that's part of the fun, is learning and being like, how do I counterplay? Oh, you don't, because I don't know what I'm doing. Fun. It is fun. But basically what we got to do to start off is actually placing at least 1 card into our decree. So we have a bunny, we have a mouse, and a fox. So it doesn't matter what the card actually does, it just matters the suit, because that's where we have to do that action in. So it won't let me. I don't know why this specific button won't let me do it. So let's go back. Just minimizing it. So we're right here in a mouse clearing. So that means if we did a mouse into our boot, that means we would have to move from this spot. If we put the mouse in our recruit, that means we had to recruit here. If we put it in our battle, we would have to battle here, or battle in a mouse spot. So like here or here. So that's kind of like the risky part. But the pro to this is you should always, if you can, put 2 cards in your decree, because that's kind of where you get the more risk reward with this faction. They really want that risk reward. Right? Right. We're all following along? Yes? Okay. Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot, but it's one of those where it's like, all right, just start playing, read what the thing says, and then you should be fine. So we're gonna actually do move in the mouse, and doing move is actually tends to be the best one if you don't know where to put something. We could put oh, another thing is when you do go into turmoil, you lose points based on how many wild cards are in your decree. This is important because wild cards are super good in your decree, so it kind of helps balances it out. But yeah. Okay. I want to put another one in, but I'm afraid. I guess we could do it movement. We could do it in the mouse. Or not the mouse, but the bunny. Let's do it. Alright. So now we do that. We go to our daylight, because that was all the stuff in our decree. And now we get to do crafting. Can't craft, so we just move on. Now it's time to do our decree, the fun part. If my deal would like to work. Alright, so we recruit there. So normally you would only get 1 recruit, but because of our leader, we get 2. I'm having difficulties with my controller. I would like to move around, but it won't let me. Alright, so we have to do our first one, which is the mouse. So we have a few options. I'm going to switch this up, actually. If I don't see your chat, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me actually fix something really quick. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. All right. I have a solution. I'm doing the solution. Okay. Cool. So our options are moving away from the mouse. We wouldn't want to move here, because if we moved here, that means we couldn't move with a bunny. So we would go into turmoil instantly, which would be bad. So, let's see. What do we want to do? Also, yes, there is some screen tearing. There's some... You see that? Screen tearing. Not fun, but is what it is. We can go over here to the Riverfolk. I can go here. I think here's better. Just getting into the heart of it. The thing is, the cats want to do a lot of building. So you kind of want to hit their buildings sooner than later, from what little I know. The Woodland Alliance don't start on the board like everybody else. They kind of put on some sympathy tokens, and they get benefited if you run into them and deal with stuff like that. But I do think just going into the heart of it is probably good. All right, let's move. We get to pick how many would want to move with us. We don't want to have it be all of them, because if our base is undefended, it's just basically a free hit when they battle at the spot. And they get points. You get a point for destroying a building or token. We will move a lot of our troops though, because we will have to move again. That's fine. Move my troops. Another thing to note is in battle. Ooh, do we want to move down here? I kind of don't, because of the outrage. So we'll just keep spreading. We'll keep spreading. Let's do 3. Just to really get aggro. Now we have to battle. So the thing about battling is if we battled against this one unit here, that means the highest that cat can do against us is 1. So even if we rolled, so you roll 2 dices, if it's comes up 2-2, that means they can only do 1 to us, because they don't have more than 1 unit. There's a few things, there's a few abilities though that might come up of like, oh, you play this card where it's like, oh hey, you gain another hit whenever you go in battle. So stuff like that will change that factor, but besides that, it's basically they can only do 1 damage to us. Now the Riverfolk, I don't remember quite how they play. I just know you can get cards from them, but they can kind of just gain a lot of points easily. if nobody's dealing with them. So I think I am going to actually battle them. Let's roll. What are we rolling? 0-2. So we take the higher roll. We just clean kill them. And you don't get any points for killing units, which is a little bit of a bummer, but it's fine. Okay. Put down a trading post. Terrifying. The cat's getting cards. Don't like that. This is my first time playing with the Riverfolk on a game like this. I've only played with my one friend who likes playing the Riverfolk. So we'll see how this goes. I'm a little bit worried, to be honest, but maybe we'll be fine. Overworking. Okay. The cat's fighting the what's it called? What's it called? Woodland Alliance. So the Woodland Alliance does have a nasty ability called guerrilla warfare. So when they're defending, normally the people attacking them would take the higher rule, but because they have guerrilla warfare, they take the higher rule. Anyways, it's very nasty and it makes it hard to kind of fight them a lot of times. There's a lot of other things where also just defeating them and taking care of the tokens, they get a lot of cards, which helps them, kind of fuels them more, brings on sympathy, which is very, like, it makes sense, but it's kind of hard. Hand card. The buyer takes any card from the Riverfolk's hand. Do they not have any cards? Why can't I buy it? The Riverfolk can change their prices, by the way. Last time it was 3, now it's 2. I really would like the card, but it's kind of like the best thing for us, but I guess I don't have any cards. Mercenaries. They're mercenaries right up there, so we could use it to just have their units fight them, but it's not really that ideal for us. River. So that would help with us going from here to here, because normally we can't, but if we pay for the river, we could, or we can go up. But honestly, I don't care. Really don't care. Yeah, the river doesn't help us that much. Okay. Let's decline. So yeah, how people gain points though in this game, the other factions. So I think the Riverfolk, they gain points through. They gain points from basically. Okay, this is how they work. At the beginning, we either buy from them, and if we do, we pay by giving up our troops that are in our supply. So other people have done it, like the Woodland Lions have given 2, the cats have given a total of 4. So on the Riverfolk's turn, it goes into their funds. Then they can use it to basically put down stuff. It's basically their action economy. And when they do that, it goes here. I don't know. Either way, this is how they get points by getting funds. So a good way to like kind of slow down the Riverfolk is just not buying from them, which is not really hard which can be hard, and probably is going to be hard in this game where you're playing against a bunch of robots who you can't communicate. In a live action game with other people, you can actually be like, hey, he's going to win. We should all not buy from him. Good old diplomacy. It's fun. It's part of the game, part of the fun. But that's how they gain points. Now, the cast, they gain points, as kind of mentioned before, by their buildings. Their buildings. By placing down buildings, they'll gain points. And as it increases, it gets a little bit more annoying to deal with. The cats specifically make a bunch of wood, and their wood allows them to build more. So that's kind of how that works. There's some other stuff to it, but yeah. And then the, what's it called? Woodland Alliance, they gain points by putting down these sympathy tokens, spreading them. So they actually use the sympathy tokens to revolt and explode. So if they have enough points or enough cards to do it, like here, let's actually see if they can. Well, I don't know. It's based on cards that go into their support. Basically from either attacking them or going aggro against them, destroying their tokens, they'll actually get cards which they can use to place down more sympathies, which, again, as mentioned, will give them points. But it will also allow them to revolt, which puts down a base. They can only put a total of 3 down, and it's only in one of these clearings, so they're kind of limited in that way. But if they like were to put it here, it would destroy all units in the field and all buildings, which will get the points. So it's pretty powerful and pretty good for them. And that's kind of how all of them score. We, the birds, score by putting down roots. So we want to put down roots and have them stay around. Got it? Got it. All right, let's actually put our card in. We have to put in a fox. Now, we can put down 2 foxes. Let's see. Where are the foxes? The foxes are there. So we could just do like a treadmill line of like keep going this way. Just this chain. It works. It's not ideal though. The other option is we could put it into building. So we can have to try to each turn put down a fox building. That one's kind of more risky, so we probably won't do it. We'll probably do movement. Movements, as mentioned before, it's the safest option. I don't love it. I don't love it, but I think we will just put 1 fox into movement. I'm a little bit afraid, so that's what we're doing. All right, today time. We don't have 2 roosts in a mouse, so we can't craft. So we're doing decree, baby. Go, my units! And now we're down to 10. All right. Okay, we have a mouse, bunny, fox. Do we want to start going down here? Maybe. We'll send 2. Actually, how many is over there? And we don't have to send a lot. Like, we could just send a little bit. And we don't have to go in this order of mouse, bunny, fox. Those are things that should be noted. We could do, if we went down here, we could use it to blow up this sympathy and attack it. But we would be giving him cards for going into the spot. So I think I'd rather go up here. We're just going to send 1 dude. I don't want to stretch too thin and not be able to do all my actions. I think we're going to go here and try to attack a bunch. I think that's kind of my game plan. We might go all 4. Let's do it. Go, my men! All right, let's attack. So now if we roll a 3 here, again, that is the max. If we roll 3, we would actually kill this dude and blow up his deeds, his buildings. But if he does any number more than 0, then he just deals 1 damage. Let's see what to do. Let's hope we roll 3. That'd be great. 1-1. So we just traded a unit. A little bit of a bummer. Not as ideal for us. But hey, we did our decree and we're moving on. It's also good for us to lose some units because with our charismatic leader, we're going through our supply quickly. So, it's just something to keep in mind. Keep in mind. Zeros. Oh, no, okay. 0-2. As you saw, even though the cat's got a 0, if you're hitting a defenseless, basically hitting tokens or buildings that are like don't have any warriors in front of it are considered defenseless. So that means you automatically get 1 hit on them. So that's kind of why he was still able to destroy it. All right, we can give up 3 of our supplies for a card in hand. The thing is, can we see the cards? Okay, you can. It's only 1. Riverfolk needs to get more cards because that's just a bunny. Sometimes they'll get wild cards, and that's where it's like, ooh, yeah, we want that. Here's the thing. I want to start putting down buildings. There's a bunny there. We might put roosts in bunny clearings because there's 4. We can reach these 2. That we could do it there. Yeah. We could also do the other way of like, hey, going down here, trying to get it, and a strat is basically putting a roost by something like a sympathy token or something like that. Something that's going to always destroy your clearings, so you can keep on putting each turn. I got distracted by him back. Glad to have you back, Dylan. Glad to have you back. We'll do it. We'll risk it. But I don't think we're gonna get a card in hand. What is it? Start even you may take a move. If we can make that, that's good, but I don't think it's worth it. Mercenaries. Okay, not a big deal. I'm trying to think. Where all do we got to move? We got to move from a mouse. From a mouse, a fox. Oh, this is just not clear. This is not protected at all. We just clean house there. That'll give us a lot of points. Because we'll get a total of 3 points if we roll 3. It's wild. Let's see. I gotta think about this hard. Because I don't want to get wrecked. Is this a town builder? No. This is very similar to the board game Risk. Very similar to Risk. Except for everybody's kind of gaining points in their own way. And every faction plays differently. Like, very differently. So. And we got to think about what we're doing. Because we're slowly adding to our treadmill. That's why I like to call it. I like to call it a treadmill. Because it's just... I don't think we're going to buy from these, though. So we should move on. Where do we want... We have to at least put in 1 card. We could put in 2. And yes, if we... You can do actions like moving just back and forth. That does work. And sometimes it's what you got to do to survive. I think we're putting the bunny in the build, though. I think we're doing that for sure. So we'll commit to that. And then I think we might hold off just to play it safe so I don't get wrecked. Or we can risk it. I think we'll just do it. I'm a scaredy cat. Alright. Can't craft anything, so let's go to battle. Oh, it's online. It is online, but we're playing with computers again. We could have played online, actually, now that I think about it, but I'm a little bit too afraid. And I could really take my time with this. Okay, so first we got to recruit my troops. Alright. I'm a little bit afraid. We do have to build a bunny, so we could build here. So we could just set up for down here, honestly. We could battle here. That's cool. Destroying this would be nice. Because that's one of their abilities, the cats, is if they lose a unit, they can pay a card. So, like, if I killed a unit here, they would pay, like, a card that has a mouse on it. And then they would get their unit back here. So. And if you destroy it, they can't ever get it back. So it's kind of mean, but it's fun. Are you playing local or playing online? We're playing locally. We're playing against bots because then I can take as long as I want, and if I do have to leave, we can just go and save and exit. So that's why we're doing it this way. If we ever play this again, there's a good chance we'll play online because why not? Why not play against other people and get bodied? I'm still fairly new to this game, though. So that's why, you know, no stress. All right, let's just move here with a bunny. Move 1 guy. Because even though we're tied, we're winning this because we're the birds. Because we're awesome. We're awesome. We have fox and mouse to move to. Oh, and something important to explain about this game is certain stuff like moving. I don't know if this is similar to Risk. I have no idea. I haven't played a Risk in a hot second. I just know the combat's very similar to Risk. Of like rolling dice and how that works. But to like actually move in clearings. So besides this whole rule that we're dealing with here because of our faction, how everything works is you can only move your unit to an area you rule or from an area you rule. So we rule this right now. So that means we can move this guy here or here. But if we had a dude here, we don't rule here. We don't rule here. We don't rule here. And we don't rule here. So that guy would literally be stuck there. So stuff like that is also part of the game. All right. I think we might move our mouse here so that we can get ready to rule this also. Actually, I think we'll hold off on that. That'll be easy to do. We'll move down here. We'll move 2 units down. And then we'll actually move 3 here. Because if they die by the sympathy, that's okay. They do get our card. Oh, okay. But that's okay, because we go through troops so quickly that at some point we kind of need them to die. Especially in moments like this where we're going to be battling here so that we can get points. I'm fine with them dying here. Battle! 3 or 2? Hey, we destroy all of it. Give me all the points. I will preference also, these bots are on the hard difficulty, and I've only played on medium difficulty and got bodied while playing the birds. So, yeah, that is something to note, that we could be in danger. But, you know, we're doing okay now. It's early on, though, but that's also because I have to explain a lot. Zero points. They gotta rebuild their station. They're fighting the what's it called? The Woodland Alliance. Kind of having to do all the work there. They're getting busy by it. Getting messed up. I remember playing friends saying that when you capture a continent in Risk, you get a bonus. My other friends say, I captured Asia. That's a country, right? I mean, nothing wrong with asking questions. How about that? That's what I'll say. Oh, he did blow up that clearing in the bottom right. Cool. So that killed our troops, which is actually, again, as I mentioned, kind of fine with that. Let's see what they got for it. Ooh, they got a wild card. We want that. So that's worth it. We'll get rid of 3 troops for that. Because, again, if we put that somewhere, then we could do that anywhere. I'm so done. That's fair. I kind of want to put it on build. Because I want to get some stuff on the board. Yeah, because once we do that, then we can build much more. We're also going to do recruiting into the bunny, since we have a clearing that we own. So I feel confident we can always recruit here. I am a little bit worried about here, though, because there's only one build spot. So that could be a problem. But, hey, what do I know? So let's do recruit. And we did the bird. So that's 2 cards. Moving on. Okay. So let's first build the bird because we have to. Now we can build here. This is a pretty good spot to have if we just build a bunch. But I think for right now we'll build here because we still got to get troops down here and troops up there. All right, now we got some movement. We're gonna have to destroy a lot if we want to take over this. We'll probably fight here. What you're playing as? I'm playing as the birds. We are the birds. We are the birds. Yeah, we don't have to attack here. We could stay aggro against the cats, but I don't think it's as worthwhile. I think it's better for us if we go down here and start attacking, which is gonna lose a lot of troops, but that's fine. I'm just trying to make sure we have everything. So mouse. We will have to move a bunny. Okay. I'm just trying to think of everything. I'm trying to think of where I can move the most troops. We do have to build in a bunny clearing and a different clearing. So just a little stressed, but don't want to mess up. I'm trying to find a way to move a troop here, and I also want to attack here, but it looks like there might not be that chance. My stream's blurry. I didn't see the birds at the bottom. My bad. No, you're fine, man. No worries. No worries. Be happy. We can still attack. It's just attacking with 1, which is kind of lame. It's kind of lame. It's kind of lame. I guess we do have to rule here, so we would have to send 4 anyways if we wanted to take over this. So that's probably for the best. All right, I got a plan. Oh, wait. Here. We'll move it like so. Because we just barely have to beat. We don't have to beat it by a bunch. Move here, here. And we'll move all but one. So move 5. Didn't have to move that much. Could move 4. That was a fool's errand. Poor choice. Poor choice. And then we got one more action. We'll move this down and attack. It's not worth it. We'll also lose this card, which helps them out more. So this is a really bad idea, but you know what? It's a really bad idea. We shouldn't do it. But losing troops is not a bad thing either. Just trying to see if there's any other option that is way better. Probably is. Like literally moving one of these and attacking. Alright, we'll go here. We'll start it. We'll start the attacking. Nintendo, when I play a Nintendo game on a non-Nintendo console. Watch your back, Dylan. What you playing there, Dylan? Like so aggressive. Let's trade. All right, we traded. Would have loved to do more, but it's fine. All right, and now we gotta do some building. So first, building the bunny because we have to. Got it. Which is good because again, it's helping for a deal. It also helps because this card token. It means we're gonna draw another card, like an extra card at the end of the turn, which helps for options. Both of these are fine. I don't think we're gonna get swarmed, but kind of want to do this one here. It does prevent them from building a bunch. Does it matter? No, but we'll build there. Cool. 3 points. So we have 7 points. The Cats is in the lead with 8, 7, now 9. Eesh. That's all he did. That's all the Riverfolk did. Maybe me smacking them wasn't the best idea for them. That kind of hurt them a bit. Hold up. Nintendo is breaking into my house right now. Hold on. It's a me, Mario. Okay. Don't like that. They're giving them a lot of options. And they're spreading. Alright. We can't do that. Where is their mercenaries? I mean, I probably don't want to. I would have loved some bunny battling. But that's okay. I don't think we want to pay anything. There's a good chance we go in turmoil here, to be honest. Now, we probably want to put a card into battling, I think. Because we got to start losing more troops. So we could get a bunch of troops and go here and start fighting a bunch. But we are going to go to turmoil if we can't take over this. So if we send a bunch of troops here and hope we just roll good, we would have to roll a 3. But, you know, if we roll a 3, it's pretty good. The other option is putting a fox into the recruit. We'll probably do that so that we can recruit up to max before we do go into turmoil. So we'll try that. We could also do bunny, I guess. We'll do bunny. Let's see. Then it just said I can't play Nintendo games on my PC. I'm going to jail. Help me. They're arresting me. I can help. I'll pray. I'll pray for you. I guess we could do a fox. I don't love it, but let's do it. All right. Crafting. Can't do any crafting. Where do I want to recruit? Here's the thing. Let's plan a battle strategy so that we can for sure send 3 troops. Mouse. Fox. Okay, so we'd still have to move a bunny, which is fine there. Okay. Which we could honestly send a bunch of troops that way if we wanted to. So let's build here. Let's build where we have to. Let's do it like that. Okay, now we gotta move. Let's move the mouse over here. Yes. Yes. Wait. We do have a fox fight, right? Yeah, right up there. Okay. Noted. I just had to make sure before we went and made too much of a dumb decision. Poor decisions are fun sometimes, but not all the time. All right, and then we go down here and we send all but one. We just hope for the 3rd hit. Oh, I didn't even think about it. No, never mind. All right, let's try to attack. 3s. 3s. 3 3s. We need 3 3s. No, they take the higher roll. Fool. Opinions on what? No, I won't give you a opinion on pecan pie while you're in jail. I don't solicitate in with villains. So brutal. Trade. Nice. Love it. Honestly, my honest opinion on pecan pie is I have no problems with it. No problems. I like most pies. I am a pie enjoyer. All right, time to go to turmoil since we can't build it in a bunny section. So that means we will lose points. Ah! We lose points based on our birds, which I think we had 4 in here. Or 2. So we're down to 4. We were higher. Now we're lower. A plan I've heard next is to do Oreo pie. I'd probably love an Oreo pie. I don't know. Never had one. I heard the next plan is usually do commander, because now the idea is you do charismatic leader, and before you go into turmoil, you make sure you bring out a lot of troops, so now you can really start just smacking people. How many roofs do we have? We have 4. So that's actually like kind of the sweet spot. If we can just maintain that, that's actually really good. So we could do build. But I honestly think the commander is better because it's like as an attacker in battle, you deal an extra hit. So let's do it. Not a pie. What about cheesecake? Cheesecake's great. I love cheesecake. Whoa! We grabbed 2 wild cards. That's great. Score dividends. Jeez. Whoa! Calm down, river folk. They're just scoring so much points. So is the cats. I'm at 8 points, I guess. So I guess I shouldn't complain too much. They rolled 0. Oh, they were versus... What were they attacking? Oh, they're attacking the sympathy. I understand now. Revolt! That's not my spot, is it? Oh, it's not. Okay. Take that, cats. I honestly am... I'm probably a little bit worried about the river folk, I guess? I don't know. They're both like very scary. Sever, I don't know how to deal with the river folk besides not giving them funds, to be honest. I don't think I want any of that, so I'm good. All right, we do have our selections. Do we want to keep recruiting? We probably do. So do that. And then where do we have foxes? We don't really. So I should just chill with this, I guess. There's a fox there. Fox there. So we could always try to fight the fox. But I should also just not risk it and just chill. I think that's the game plan. I think. Oh, we do have a fox here. Okay, so we could put it into our recruits. And then just hope we lose enough troops. That's what I'm gonna do that. We could also put a wild into the battle. I do kind of like that. Let's put a fox here. We could also do a wild into move. Also, I should look at what suits the Rs because we could actually use this. So in a defender and in a battle as a defender, you could discard. And we'll probably keep it because it's a wild card. Wild cards are good for this deck, for this faction. All right, you're cooler than all my friends that I don't have. Cheesecake is awesome. It really is. It's really good. It's too good. It's too good. I kind of want to put another roost into battle. I guess we could keep increasing to get up to 5. But it's a bit excessive. Excessive. I think I'd rather do that. Yeah. Just lean into the battling. Let's do it. Crafting. We could craft that, but I don't want to. All right. Recruit. All right. Where do we attack? We do have to move. But we do have options. We can move out of there. You know what? We could move our units down here. That's kind of brutal against them, but against the cats. But I do like it. Move 3. Go, my troops! Watch out for the Marquis's field hospital ability. Warriors can be healed with no delay when removed from the keep. Clearing. Okay. So basically, even if I kill them here, they could just like pay the card and like instantly just be there. It's kind of what they're saying. For battling, I think we do want to hit the river folk here. They're a little worrisome. That might have been risky though, because we don't have that many units up there. Ooh, so yeah, we lost our units here. So now they can just take care of the, what's it called? The bird keep here. Which is kind of scary. Don't like that. Don't like it at all. I mean, it doesn't ruin us. It just makes it so we'll be down to 3. But then again, next turn we could put this into our build. So we're probably fine. We're probably fine. I do want to attack here, though. I love this idea. Let's do it. Yeah, I should have played a little bit more safe. That's fine. Commander! 3 whole hits. We don't quite destroy their keep, but that's fine. If we had gotten 3, that would have been amazing. Are you going to pay some cards? For your field hospital? You do. Did it twice. Jeez. We are still behind. But, hey, we did our actions. We did our job. We're gaining 4 points. So, oh my gosh! Oh, we haven't explained ambushes. Ambushes are a great card, so if you're getting attacked by somebody, you could do this and just instantly deal 2 damage to the person attacking you. But the person can, like, hey, in response, no, I ambushed your ambush, and that'll cancel it out. So, it actually is what we're going to use if someone tries to hit our field hospital. But so far, it looks like they're not attacking. Wait, they are? Okay, this is where you would use it. You would use it here. We are going to use it, so they won't have any units to actually do damage. Yay! It actually worked out. That's kind of funny. I was actually really worried. I was like, well, we're going to lose a roost, but never mind. You murdered them? Why? Because... what is this game called again? It's called Root, the Woodland Creatures Might and Right. So it's literally about, like, might makes right, which is kind of messed up. I mean, it's not, like, glorifying it, but it's kind of like, yeah, no, brutal. Let's see. We have 2 wilds. We could put another wild into our recruiting. Could do that. Don't quite want to put one in build. I guess this is where we could slow down a bit. We don't need to be so aggro. It's hard to decide. We're in not a bad spot for us, but there are people like... So, okay, whoever scores at 30 points wins. I should have mentioned that. That's like the end goal. So, literally, the Riverfolk being 10 away is kind of scary, especially since I don't fully know how to stop them. I just don't. Like, I really don't. The only way I know is not funding them, but I don't remember paying cards. I guess they just still had my things. I don't know. So, don't want to do this. Beat the game. Beat them all. I'll try, but it is looking not ideal. I guess we could roost. We could do build. We could do build. All right. We can create this. Could be good. Nah, we'll keep it. Because I'd rather have it as stuff to use. Alright, let's... Ooh. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I mean, there's not really troops I can get up there, so that actually not being protected is actually fine, which is odd. Alright, we can move once. Now, we can only place down a building in a spot we rule, which so far we don't really got much. Trying to see where all we could build. I mean, I think all we're going to do is just, because we can only move once, so it really doesn't matter where we put it. I think we are going to just play it safe and send a dude up there. So, send one dude up here. So we rule it. And we can place the building. All right, we got to attack twice. Kind of want to attack down there. Don't know how to stop the Riverfolk. I really don't. I really, really don't. I think we should just... Oh, I guess we start here. I'm so happy because today I found friends. They're in my head. Hey, you have friends? Okay, well, did 2. We can keep attacking here. I mean, the other spot would be attacking here. But I think I'd rather just attack here. Woo, baby, that's good rolls. We just, how much did we do? We did a total of 3. We still didn't destroy the keep though. This is a bummer. But, you know, we're getting points. We could technically build a roost here, actually. Wait, you can't? Oh, yeah, you can't place pieces, including a building, wherever the keep is. Forgot about that. Gosh darn it. So, yeah, we still can only build here. But, hey, I mean, next turn we'll be able to. We're doing, you know what? We're doing pretty good. We're doing not so bad, even though these are hard AIs. What did you say? It's a Nirvana song. I see. I did not know that. Oh my gosh. Stop that. How did they get up there? I honestly didn't know they could get up there. Maybe their post was there the whole time and I just didn't notice it, but didn't know. I just didn't know. Mistakes were made. They're so close to winning. Blowing up! I thought I would be buying more from the river folk, but they just didn't have a lot that I cared about. But now I'm worried. Because I honestly don't know how to stop them. Really don't know. Alright. Fun fact, did you know that when Weird Al asked to make a parody on Nirvana, Kurt Cobain knew they had finally made it big in the music industry? I didn't know that, but that's funny. I love that. I love that a lot. Alright. We have a lot of cards. We might put a card in a building. Oh, we can attack there, build there. We can go back here, build, right? Okay. So, putting one in build is not a bad idea. Do that. And then we put another card. Probably a recruit, I think. Weird Al's song was about how nobody could understand their lyrics, and Kurt Cobain loved that idea. Ah, that is very artistic. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think we put another card into recruiting. Yeah. Let's do it. We do have... I guess we should build. We should build these cards. They could help us. If we had done that last time, that would have saved us, actually. And then I think I'm going to build here just so that we can get a point. Because this is like... I think the Riverfolk might win next turn. So that's why I'm kind of scared. Alright, let's see. We got to recruit. I think I might recruit here. We need to have 4 dudes here. Ooh. Unless we attack. I guess we get an attack and hope we... Yeah, because we have to have a total of 4. And we only have 1 movement. I guess I could go back. I could go back. And instead put a fox into movement. So that we can recruit, move. Yeah, let's do that. Let's undo. Oh, I have to go back even past this. Whoopsies. The crafting. Which is fine. What's your opinion in Weird Al's parody songs? I mean, I don't remember listening to a bunch of them, but like, you know, I enjoyed them. They're fun. They're silly. You know? Amish Paradise, classic. Classic. So, I don't know. I got no problems. No qualms. I think it's very artistic parody. All right. So we build here. We move. Cat. How many do we move? We have to have 4 over. Okay, so we move 3. Because I want to keep 1 here to keep the base safe, obviously. So go here. Go here, 4. Go, my men. Okay, now we got to battle. Now, here's the thing. We could battle... For sure going to battle here. We'll get a point. So let's do that. Nice. Okay. In fact, even though Weird Al can parody them without permission, Weird Al still asks if they say no, he doesn't make the parody. Yeah, that's just, you know, showing respect for the artist. I know a lot of people who do that, like parody dudes also. People who do jokes. A lot of people do that out of respect, and yeah, no, I think it's a good thing to do. Not everybody does it because one, they don't have to do it, and because some people just don't care. But I respect it. All right, I think we have to destroy one of these two. I think I'd rather destroy this one. We could have attacked also the what's it called what's it called? We could have attacked the river folk, but honestly, I don't know if that even helps. I don't even know if it helps. So we're just gonna do that. We're getting points, and then we're gonna build twice, so that it'll take our roost up to 5. So we'll gain 5 points, and then the river folk might win because they're at 26. I don't know how to stop them otherwise. But there we go. 5 points. We draw extra cards. Stop. 2. Yeah, they won. Just like that. Destroy 2 enemy buildings in the citadel battle. Sneak attack. Frickin' gosh darn river folk. I blame it on the bots. I think the other bots just fed the river folk. That's also the problem. I just don't know how to deal with the river folk at all. They're weird. They're odd. They're different. So yeah, that's Root. That's a game of Root, a game of woodland might and right. What a name. They all look cute, but it's kind of messed up. Wizard of Oz was one of the most dangerous movies filmed. Can't beat 'em, play 'em. Yep. Yeah, Wizard of Oz, the making of that movie, and hearing about all the people who died, it's very sad. Very sad. Well, thank you guys for coming out. I think this is gonna be a shorter one. We'll have to play Root again. We'll have to play again. I enjoyed it. I like playing the Vagabond. The Vagabond's really good, but he's also an annoying dude to deal with for other people. Some people hate it, but I love it. But, yep. That is going to be do it for today. Shorter stream, but thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, Dylan, for stopping by. Can you play as a possum? Yes, technically. Technically. So the Vagabond is unique in that it has a bunch of different versions. That you could play. That are like, it's different commanders, similar to how the bird has its different commanders to pick. So the Vagabond just picks one, and it's their play style. So technically yes, but yeah, we'll check it out another time. We'll also play other games later on, like Unite and whatnot. I think the game plan is this Saturday we're either gonna play Legends of Zelda, or we're going to play Shin Megami Tensei. I'm not sure. I haven't been feeling Shin Megami Tensei, but I do kind of need to cover it. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Yes, we are still streaming Saturday. So that will be happening. 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Whatever that converts to your guys' time, as per usual. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you for people who are watching this post. And I look forward to playing more in the future. All right. No price. Goodbye. Jesus loves you. Bye.